Jaguar's improved E-PACE gets the brand's PHEV plug-in tech, this AWD P300e version able to cover up to 34 miles in all-electric silence. This confection certainly isn't inexpensive, but if you can't quite bring yourself to opt for a mid-sized EV and you want a compact premium badged crossover, this one might appeal.
The last thing the original version of the Jaguar E-PACE needed was the extra weight of a plug-in hybrid system. In its early form, this car struggled along with steel D8 underpinnings so heavy that they made this compact SUV weightier than Jaguar's mid-sized F-PACE model in the class above. But things have changed. A mid-term facelift for the E-PACE, usually the kind of thing that would have given the car no more than a minor wash and brush up, has in this case brought it a completely fresh and much lighter PTA platform, which can also enable it to take the 3-cylinder plug-in PHEV powertrain we've already seen in JLR's Land Rover Discovery Sport and Range Rover Evoque models, creating the E-PACE P300e variant we're going to look at here. This P300e plug-in hybrid E-PACE derivative uses the same powertrain found in smaller Land Rovers, a 309 PS, 3-cylinder, 1.5 litre petrol unit mated to an 80 kilowatt electric rear axle drive motor powered by a 15 kilowatt lithium-ion battery beneath the boot floor. The E-PACE PHEV is one of the quickest variants in the lineup, able to manage 60 miles an hour from rest in just 6.1 seconds and reach 84 miles an hour on electric power alone. Above this speed, the electric motor is decoupled to reduce drag and the car reverts to front-wheel drive. Top speed is 134 miles an hour. Obviously, if you use this model's reserves of performance too often, you'll very quickly deplete the all-electric driving range, WLTP rated at 34 miles. Like other E-PACE variants, you should find on the road that this one has very much a Jaguar feel, aided by this revised version's new stiffer PTA platform. It's certainly far more of a driver's car than its Land Rover cousins, thanks to things like configurable dynamics technology that lets drivers personalise throttle, steering and transmission settings. There's a Jaguar drive control system that gives owners a choice of 4 selectable driving modes: normal, dynamic and eco, plus an extra ADSR or adaptive surface response mode option that on automatic 4-wheel drive models activates all surface progress control, a low-speed cruise control that helps maintain progress and avoid wheel spin on low traction terrain. The active driveline all-wheel drive system can transfer traction to the rear axle in a fraction of a second should a lack of grip demand it. Apart from the badge work and the addition of an extra flap for the charging points, there are no obvious giveaways that this P300e variant is a PHEV engined E-PACE. Like the other models in the range, it benefits from this model's mid-term visual update. This has brought revised all-LED headlights with distinctive double J DRL signatures, these lamps flanking a restyled grille. Plus, there's a revised lower aperture and smarter side fender vents at the front. As before, this little Jaguar is around 4.4 metres in length, so very similar in size to the Audi Q3 that many think will be its biggest rival. It's certainly a lower, sleeker design than that Ingolstadt model, with crisp surfacing, strong rear haunches and a sporty stance. Whilst here at the back, there are all LED tail lamps and a smart mesh insert for the bumper. Inside, the main change with this updated E-PACE is the adoption of Jaguar's latest PHEV Pro infotainment system, which sits behind a now much larger integrated 11.4-inch curved glass HD touchscreen in the centre of the dashboard. Improvements here include quicker activation, the adoption of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring, plus a whole range of embedded apps like Spotify and Deezer, and the potential for over-the-air updates. Complementing this monitor on plusher variants is this 12.3-inch HD interactive driver display, which replaces conventional dials in the instrument binnacle. You sit a little higher than in most rivals, and F-Type sports car references include the way that the driver zone arches around you, designated by double stitching that flows across the instrument binnacle and down into the unusual grab handle that frames the left-hand side of the centre stack. The 3-spoke dished steering wheels also recognisable from the F-Type 2, one of many redesigned features in this much improved modelled cabin. In the rear, there's reasonably comfortable space for a couple of adults, with a low transmission tunnel allowing 3 folk to be squeezed in at a pinch. And the boot is a spacious 577 litres in size, thanks to the integral link suspension system chosen for the rear. That's also enabled the cargo floor to be low and the opening wide. Fold the rear bench, which splits 40-20-40, and you can extend that to 1,234 litres. Prices start at around £46,000 and run up to just over £50,000. There are 3 trim levels: R Dynamic S, R Dynamic SE and Top R Dynamic HSE. To give you some perspective, an equivalently trimmed D200 auto diesel mild hybrid MHEV version of this model would save you around £6,000. So you've really got to want the plug-in tech. At least standard kit levels match this premium pricing, so you can expect to find the brand's latest PHEV Pro infotainment system with its bigger 11.4-inch monitor and a 12.3-inch HD interactive driver display screen in the instrument binnacle. Fresh options include a cabin ionizer, Jaguar's clear sight interior rear view mirror technology, and the latest 3D surround camera tech. And of course, the E-PACE features the very latest safety and driver assistance technologies. A stereo camera underpins the advanced emergency braking system, which also provides pedestrian detection and supports the lane keep assist, traffic sign recognition, adaptive speed limiter and driver condition monitor features. Front and rear parking aids are standard on every variant, and the camera also combines with the electric power assisted steering system to deliver a blind spot assist function to help reduce the risk of sideswipe collisions on multi-lane roads. A forward traffic detection system also warns drivers of approaching vehicles at junctions where visibility is restricted. And advanced active safety features include a pedestrian airbag, which deploys from beneath the trailing edge of the bonnet to enhance pedestrian protection in the event of a collision. As we said in our driving experience section, the P300e petrol PHEV plug-in hybrid offers a 34-mile electric driving range. The combined figure is 143.1 mpg and the CO2 reading is 44.1 mpg. Charging from a 7 kilowatt garage AC wall box can be done from 0 to 80% in 1 hour and 24 minutes. DC fast charging up to 32 kilowatts can reduce this 0 to 80% fill period to just half an hour. Charge from a domestic 3-pin plug via a Mode 2 cable, and the process will take 6 hours and 42 minutes. Like all E-PACE variants, this one comes with a 3-year unlimited mileage warranty, which can be extended with a number of different plans that include a cover for an MOT test failure up to £750, as well as the normal cover for most electrical and mechanical systems. Service intervals are every 2 years or 21,000 miles. Insurance ranges between Group 40E and 42E. You'd need to be pretty committed to the plug-in hybrid cause to spend around £50,000 on an E-PACE with this PHEV P300e drivetrain. But if you are and find yourself attracted to the idea of a small, semi-electrified Jaguar SUV, you might quite like the idea of this one. After all, comparable premium rivals in this segment aren't much cheaper, and most of them are a little less engaging to drive than this Jag. Now, you'd probably choose it, though, to look good in the gym car park. Ideally, hooked up to a charger so that your friends will think it's an EV. A sign of the times? You might well think this car is just that.